What's up, everybody? This is Johnny Basement, and we're ready to kick off the Buffalo Bills versus the Indianapolis Colts. Why am I in Jets gear? I'll explain that to you in a minute. If you're new to the basement here, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notice, and hit the like button to keep this chat rolling. The reason for you guys that are subscribers to my channel that I'm in Jets gear is because you all know that half of you guys are Jets been watching my Jets streams when the Patriots got smoked by the Buffalo Bills last playoffs in the first round. We all bonded because we've all been a punching bag for the Patriots forever. The thing was incredible to watch. So we have bonded very well. And since half you guys, half my subscribers are Bills Mafia, I'm going to be doing some Bills games just for you guys to see what we're going to be looking at this year. Hopefully, the Jets will be able to compete. Again, I'm Johnny Basement. Welcome to the basement. Let's get into this Buffalo-Indianapolis game, which I already know right off the bat that Josh Allen is not starting, and that is incredible news because he shouldn't be starting in a preseason game. Why? Because he doesn't have to. He does not have to play in a game that means absolutely nothing. Zero. Zach Wilson plays, and he gets hurt right off the bat. He gets hurt in a game that means absolutely nothing. So this is the problem, man. That's why you don't need him to play. This is why you don't need your big time guys to play. There's no point in it. I don't understand why you would have a guy play one series and then you don't have him play, the rest of the preseason games. So what is that? How does that benefit you in the regular season if you're only playing a series? It doesn't make any sense. It makes zero sense, really. So why risk Josh Allen getting injured at all? Last year, he only played in one preseason game. That's it, just one. That's the way it should be. So if you're new to the room, subscribe, bell notice, and like button. We're just fans here speaking to fans. That's all it is. We're just kicking it. And I'm going to be doing the Yankees and Red Sox after this game. So we're going to keep the live stream mania going all night. So I'm trying to see what other starters. I don't know if Diggs is in or not. I'm just starting to look now. He was kind of questionable if he was coming in or not to this game today. I see they got Van Rotten on the on your line. That was an old Jet right there. Jamison Crowder's in. Crowder's good too to have in there, man. I know he started off in your camp slow, but he's picked it up as of late. And him being a former Jet, I can tell you, man, that guy's got hands. He's definitely got some hands. So that's going to be a really good pickup. I know McKenzie's got the other slot guy that's been playing really well since Beasley left, but I don't. Oh, that looked like a face mask right there. That looked like a face mask. You're just going to – and getting Case Keenum, man, you guys got two experienced quarterbacks, Case Keenum and Mitch Trubisky, even though Mitch Trubisky, that guy's got a huge history, right? Bears will never be forgiven for trading up and not taking Mahomes. It took Trubisky. Hey, Raleigh, what's going on, man? What's happening? Zach should be fine. Thankfully, it's only 2 to 4 week injury. I don't think he'll be there for week 1, but thankfully he's only out 2 to 4 weeks, and it wasn't like a real, tear, which would have been very scary, man, had he really torn that ACL. He would have been out for the year. And, it would have been typical Jet stuff. But 2 to 4, and that's what I was just saying. This is why Josh Allen is not playing. He played in one preseason game last year. I'm not sure if he played the whole game or not. There's no point in playing him. You guys got experienced backups. You got Case Keenum in there right now. Mitch Trubisky, I'm assuming, is going to come in at some point after Keenum. Trubisky, man, boy, was he a bomb on the Bears or what? Look, good run back, man. That was a great cutback. Good misdirection, man. Wow. Kenny Moore, man, that was a nice run. And, of course, as the hold on, look at him. He gets hit right there. He should have been. He ran to his own man. Now, look, man, he bounced to the outside. He was gone. That was a good, at least 20-yard pickup. Crazy. Crazy, man. That was a great run by Moore, man. He bounced it right. He ran to his own man and bounced to the outside. Crazy. So here we go. Keenum. Keenum's a real experienced backup, man. It's just, you know what? It's good to get veteran backups on your team that also know their role. They know their role on not trying to be over the starter, not trying to take the starter position from Allen. There's no competition there. Everybody knows their place on this team. Trubisky's not there to take Allen's place. It's not even close. Everybody knows that. So you got to have the grace, I guess, to have good backups to everybody know where they're sitting. I guess that's the word you're looking for. Because Josh Allen doesn't need to play in any of these. And after the Zach Wilson scare last night, right up the gut, good run. After the experience from last night with Zach, I bet you a lot of teams aren't going to be playing their guys. What's up, Gunnar? What's going on, man? What's up, Daniel? Yeah, Buff. Hey, bro, Case Keenum's playing. As I was just saying, Gunnar, there's no point in Kevin this thing going forward with Josh Allen. There's no reason to play him at all. He doesn't need to play. He doesn't need to play. Thankfully, Zach Wilson is only out for a couple of weeks because, as usual, it's like, here we go, right off the bat again, right? Can't get any. He's probably not going to play in week 1. They keep pounding the run right now, 3rd and 5. I'm a little surprised they pounded the run there. Little surprised that they did that. But and again, guys, I'm doing Yankees Red Sox live. It's going to be a different stream. I'm going to end this stream and pick up right where the Yankees and Red Sox kick off. So this is going to be live stream mania in the basement, using basement mentality, going all out, emerging from the depths, brother. Yeah, but if Josh Allen plays, it's got to be for a play or two. But what's the point? Are you talking about Zach? No, you're talking about Josh, right? Denver or Carolina? Well, the Jets open up against Baltimore. Zach is definitely not starting against them. I doubt if he's going to be 2 to 4 weeks. I mean, week 1 is in 4 weeks, so he needs to practice and things like that. He needs to get back on. So they're probably going to start Flacco. But we'll see, man. We'll just see. They're getting a second opinion to make sure the first opinion was correct. So we'll see. But that's why there's no reason to play your guys. Why would you play them? That's when all these dumb injuries happen. Preseason should only be for guys trying to make the team. That's all it should be for. Guys you already know are going to be on the team, there's no reason to play them and risk them getting hurt in meaningless games, don't you think? That's just what makes sense. And Zach should be – I'm glad the Jets can be the poster boy of lessons on why you shouldn't play guys that don't need to be playing. Even though Zach probably does need the reps, I don't see the point in a series. What does a series or two do? What does a series or two honestly do for your development into the league? Either you're going to play the whole game or at least the first half. I mean, if you're not going to do any of that, why play them? What's the point? What is a series or two going to do for your regular season? You guys can be like, oh, well, we're 4-0 because we started Zach in one series against the Eagles way back in the beginning of August. Makes no sense. Makes absolutely no sense. So Josh Allen only played in one preseason game last year, so that's why they're not starting. You guys got Jamison Crowder also and McKenzie battling for that slot position in Buffalo. That's going to be actually pretty interesting now that Crowder's back. I know he had a slow beginning in training camp. I think he had some injuries. As a Jet fan, that's the only thing he did with the Jets. The only thing he did with the Jets, he did get injured occasionally. So that really hurt his progress. But when he was in there, man, he's got the hands. Maybe he'll be more motivated because he doesn't play for Washington than the Jets anymore. Those are all bottom feeders, man. Now you're playing for a team that really should go to the Super Bowl. There's no reason why you guys shouldn't go to the Super Bowl. You're like the Yankees right now. There's no excuses. No excuses. None. Zero. And again, I'm doing this game for you guys, man. The Bills Mafia, man. You guys are great on my channel. You guys are great for me. You guys make me look forward to coming in, and we talked about it, man. We talked about how long our teams have been horrible. I still think the Jets are going to be fine, even if Zach is going to miss the first couple of games. I still think we're going to be okay. Flacco, I know, is older, but at least he's experienced, man. It's like Buffalo has backups. Keenum's a decent backup. Trubisky, I really don't know what to say about that guy, man. He'll be forever known as the Chicago getting him and passing up on Mahomes. Like, I know the Jets passed on Mahomes, but they got Jamal Adams. They went a different direction. It's not. And the Jets traded him anyway. Once he started playing well, they got him right out of town. That's what's going on. What's up, Daniel? What'd you say, Gunnar? Getting getting reps is the only thing, can assume, but someone like Allen doesn't need them after 4. Right. Allen does not need them. Why would any team start there and risk in a nut? Can you imagine if Josh Allen played a series or two and they ripped his Achilles and his knee or his foot? He has to freak out. Like, for what? It just does not make any sense. He can do everything he needs to do in practice. He already knows how to play in live games, so there's really no point. You know, there's really no point. Well, now we got Matt. So look at Matt Ryan. The only reason Matt Ryan is starting for the Colts is because he's new on the Colts. He needs to get in rhythm. But again, even in this scenario, right? Even in this scenario, was he going to play a series or two? What if he got hurt? Don't you think Matt Ryan is experienced enough in the league that he can pick up on what he needs to in practices? Does he really need to play against live competition? I still don't believe he does. Good defense. Good defense, right? What does he need to do that for? He doesn't. Matt Ryan's experienced enough that he doesn't really have to play. He doesn't even really have to play in this game. I still believe that. I mean, when you're in the league, that as long as he was with the Falcons, why do you have to prove anything on the Colts playing a couple of series? I mean, they just went 3 and out. So if Matt Ryan doesn't come out the next series, what did he learn? I mean, what was the point in that? What is the point in that? There is no point. But Matt Ryan, it seems like the Colts are going in the direction of like the 1 or 2 year guys. They had Phillip Rivers for 1 year. Bang, good. Oh man, that was good special teams coverage by the Colts. They had Phillip Rivers last year, was a 1 year guy. Is Matt Ryan going to be here for 1 year? Is he going to be here longer? One only knows. One only knows. Yeah, it's crazy. So it is crazy. That's why when you guys are in here with me normally, that light up there, all I see when I'm talking is that shining light. So that has to be bothering you guys too that are with me normally. Holding on Buffalo on top of that. Holding on Buffalo. So are we going to see a lot of Keenum or a lot of Trubisky today? Seeing Crowder out there is kind of nice because I'll pull for Crowder. He was always great for the Jets. He was always really good for us, but he did get injured quite a bit, and I know that was the problem here. Now, looking at the Bills' reports, they do say that Crowder still could be a trade piece. They still may trade him. So he may be playing right now, but he could be traded to another team. So it's kind of interesting what Buffalo's going to do. But Buffalo can't have anything short of a Super Bowl victory. They gotta at least make the Super Bowl. There's no excuses for them anymore. They're the best team in the AFC, and I can't think of too many NFC teams that are better than them either. Even if they play the Bucs, I don't know. Are the Bucs going to make it this year? The Packers to me are just a perennial playoff team that never goes any further than that. The Chargers will be a tough team this year in the AFC. They'll probably be. They could very well be the second toughest team behind Buffalo. They could very well be tougher than the Chiefs. They may be tougher than the Chiefs. They're a solid team. Yeah, Michael, you're right. There's just no point. Trubisky was traded. Well, there you go. How about that, Raleigh? I just wanted to see if you knew. That's why we're in the basement. That's why we're in the basement. Wow, I thought he was still with you guys. I knew Keenum was there, and I knew it was him. And I just, Trubisky, I just forget about, man, because I knew he wouldn't have even been the initial backup over Keenum. There's no way. So Trubisky, okay, cool. Oh, you guys still got Matt Barkley? You got Matt Barkley from the great Jets game. Do you guys remember that game? I do as a Jets fan. They took Matt Barkley basically off the street. He comes in, he throws for like 200 and something yards on the Jets defense. Tremaine Johnson, right? That was our great signing, Tremaine Johnson. He was supposed to be, our makeup for getting, we're on this ongoing thing to find another Darrelle Revis. So he was terrible because a practice squad receiver for you guys was tearing him up that game. That's a game the Jets should have won. We had a triple hold in that game. Have you ever guys heard of a triple hold? I have. From that, that's the first and last time I've ever heard of one. 3 Jets linemen in that game, the Matt Barkley game. 3 Jets linemen on the same play were holding. The ref literally, you can YouTube it. The ref literally said 72 hold, declined, 71 hold, declined. And then whoever was holding, 68 hold, accepted. Like there was 3 holds on one play. Oh no, it's picked off. Greg Van Roten, the old Jet. Listen, all the great things I was just saying about Crowder, I don't really know if that's on Keenum and Crowder or what, because it went right through his hands. It looked like it tipped off the top of his fingers, but I guess wasn't very good. It wasn't very good. Yeah, I guess you wouldn't be able to trade Trubisky. Who would take him for a trade? Okay, cool. Free agent. All right, very good. So he's on the Steelers now. All right, good riddance to him anyway. That'd be the type of guy the Jets would get like 5 years from now. 5 years from now, Mitch Trubisky will be on the Jets. That's what we do. He'll bounce around about 6 other teams, and then we'll take him like when we got Josh McCown. That's what we do. We'll get somebody like him down the road. Yeah, Michael, man. Welcome back to the room again. And by the way, Michael, I'm doing the Yankees game tonight too. Everybody, I'm doing the Yankees-Red Sox game after this. Matt Barkley was another USC stiff, except when he played against the Jets. He looked like a rock star against the Jets. A complete rock star, man. Wow. That was really something to I'll tell you what, that was just something else, that game. You stand there perfect in that game. It was absolutely disgusting. But that's what the Jets do. We like to make people feel, you know, like you still have a career, you still have a shot. So the Jets are very giving in that way. Yep, Jermaine Johnson was getting chewed by a practice receiver that whole game, and I can't remember his name because it's not worth remembering. All right, so you still got Matt Ryan in there, which look at that running. All right, they've got him at the goal line anyway. Like I said, I think even Matt Ryan, if I'm a coach, I know he's new on the team and he needs reps, but what's the point of playing him? He's experienced enough that I think hard practices that you guys have going on, he's going to learn more there than I don't think he needs live game reps. What if Matt Ryan got hurt? What if he blew his knee out? An experienced quarterback like that, I mean, I think he's going to be okay without playing these reps. I really do. It looked like there was a false start. Yep, there was a false start. I knew it. I saw it. Yeah. USC quarterbacks, there's always a bunch of stiffs that come out of there. It's so true, man. USC never produces any good quarterbacks. None. Matt Leinart was supposed to be the guy, though. He was supposed to be like a generational quarterback. Remember that? And the game they lost to Vince Young in Texas, that was very telling about the next generational guy, you know? And I believe when he went to the Cardinals that Kurt Warner was brought in to like mentor him. And then like Dennis Green was like, you're going to be the starter. Like, you know, you're way more mature. You're way more accurate. You have more respect from the huddle and the rest of the team. So yeah, Kurt Warner took over pretty quickly. Matt Leinart just never, he was a backup in the league for a while and that was it. Which I think that's what's going to happen to Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold's just going to be like a Colt McCoy. He's going to be in the league for 5,000 years as a backup. As a decent backup. And that's it. That's what he's going to be. I don't think he's going to beat out Baker Mayfield for the starting role in Carolina. I think it's kind of funny that the number 1 and number 3 draft picks from 2018 at quarterback are both battling for the starting job on the Panthers. I mean, should there even be a quarterback competition? Didn't Darnold already prove? And I hate even saying this because I like Sam Darnold. I really wanted him to be good. And he wasn't. When he went to the Panthers, they couldn't play with the team they had. Then I really realized that this guy just makes some head-scratching throws. You just don't understand what he does and why he does what he does. It's very odd. But I think he's just going to be, you know, he's a good kid. He's, you know, knows the playbooks and all these things. All the coaches have higher praise for him, and that's what's going to keep him in the league for 14 years as a perennial backup. And that's all I got on Darnold. Anybody new in the room, please hit the subscribe button, the bell notice, and the like button. Keep this basement rolling toward 1,000 subs and beyond. That's what we do here. We're all just a bunch of fans speaking to each other. That's it. Just kicking it in here. And we're going to be doing all the way through the Yankees Red Sox tonight and tomorrow night. We're going to be doing Yankees all week and some of the preseason games. The Jet preseason game was outside of Zach. And Zach didn't even get touched when he got hurt. He tried for extra yards instead of running out of bounds. He cut back in and just tried for more yards in a preseason game. And I mean, come on, it's the same right knee he hurt last year. He sprained his right knee in a game last year and missed 4 games. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? I don't get it, man. Like, why are you straining for extra yards? Even Robert Saleh, Coach Saleh said it. Like, he should have just run out of bounds. Like, this is a preseason game. What are you stretching extra yards for? So that's Jets luck. He got hurt on a play he didn't even get touched on. He didn't even get touched. Absolutely insanity, man. It's absolutely crazy. And that's why I wouldn't even start now one veteran. I don't care if Matt Ryan's new on the Colts. If I'm that coach, I don't start him. He's veteran enough to know learning the plays and get out there in week 1 and do what you got to do. The rest of this is just, I don't see how 2 series is going to help you. How's 2 series going to help you in week 1? Oh boy, I'm glad he got those 2 series in against Buffalo because Matt Ryan looks great now in the first couple weeks of the regular season. Man, this guy's been in the league forever. I think he would know just what to do without the preseason games. This is when dumb things happen, and only the stars get hurt, by the way. None of the not that we want anybody getting hurt. We don't. But I'm just saying, you never see the guys that, run half-assed. They don't really try hard. You never see them getting hurt. Look at his return. Look at his return. Oh, he's out to the 45. It's a huge turnout. Lockport commented on one, guys. You all know Lockport, your Buffalo Bills Mafia brother. He's at the game right now. Lockport is at the game right now. So he's enjoying this right now, I'll tell you that. So he said maybe he'll check in for the Yankee game later. But, yeah, he's at the game right now. It's a huge turnout. They must have been doing all the tailgating and the craziness. I did a preseason review, a compilation of all the table smashing on my channel. You should check it out. It's funny. You guys are nuts. Bills, I mean, I felt like my back was broken watching this table smashing and running through tables, jumping off RVs and going through tables, man. And some of these guys don't even spill their beer. They jump through and they land like this and they hold it. And they hold the beer, and the beer never spills. It's absolutely amazing. Yo, Caleb, man, thanks for welcome to the room, man. Welcome to the basement, Caleb, and thank you. We're glad Zach isn't hurt either. Brother, please subscribe, hit the bell notice, and the like button, man. Everybody in this chat is all knowledgeable with the sports, man. And Jet fans and Bills fans unite. The reason I'm, as a Jet fan here doing this, these guys know. Half my subs are Bills Mafia. Because we bonded over the Patriots finally getting smoked in the first round of the playoffs because the Jets and your Bills have been bullied by them for 20 years. We both have. And now it was payback time. And yes, I lived it through your team, and I loved every second of that freaking blowout. I loved watching them get their doors blown up 47-17. There was nothing better than that. It was incredible. So we've all bonded over that, and I've gotten a lot of Bills Mafia subscribers. So we're doing Bills games this year too. The night games when the season starts. So welcome, Caleb. Yeah, and I'm glad Zach's not hurt either that badly. I want to see what he can do this year too, Caleb. You're right. We all as Jet fans do, and that's why we're just sitting there like, come on with this. I mean, I know we needed the preseason. I don't know. I don't know what I need with the preseason anymore. If you start them, don't start them. I just think it's dumb to start anybody that's not really trying to make the team or on the bubble, man. Those are the people that need to be playing the most. Guys that are trying to make the damn team. So yeah, we're all interested in seeing what Zach can do. I'd love to see the Jets move up to the Buffalo Bills status. Let our teams battle for once for first place, not last place anymore. The Bills and Jets battled for last place forever. Who's going to be the beast of the least, man? That's what we were, battling for the beast of the least, man. Who's the king of the basement? Now, forget the Dolphins and the Patriots. Somehow the Dolphins always beat the Patriots over the course of those times, and we don't like them anyway. Who cares about the Dolphins? Who cares about the Patriots? So now let us be the ones battling. The Jets made a lot of improvements this year. to where I felt they should win 7 to 9 games and be very competitive in every single game. I'm serious, man. And I think we're on our way. We just need Zach back. Now, I mean, Flacco, maybe he'll carry the weight for a couple weeks. Maybe. I would say worst case, Zach will be back by game 3. I know they're saying 2 to 4 week injury. If it takes the 4 weeks, that's week 1 right there. You're not going to put him in that game. So we'll see. Flacco might only start 1 game, maybe starts none. Who knows? The greatest news is that his ACL is not torn, and that's really what matters right now. Oh, okay, Caleb. Cool, man. I just saw you new in the chat room, brother. So thanks, man. Thanks for always being here. Yeah, brother. Hey, man, I'm just a real dude, man. I'm just a real fan. That's it. Not a professional. I'm not auditioning for anything or acting like I'm super perfect on here. So, yeah, brother, I'm glad you're here, man. Yeah. I wish that game was still going on. As a Jet fan, I lived through the Bills fans watching that game. It was so enjoyable. So enjoyable. What a way to forget my season when I can watch that beat down and then listen to all the Patriot fans making 500,000 excuses. Mac Jones sure as hell didn't look like Tom Brady that day. Remember that? Oh, he's Tom Brady. He's the next Brady. Their season last year was a house of cards. They beat the Titans. I think was the only winning team they beat all year. There might have been a second, but even so, let's just give them the benefit of the doubt. Let's say that at the most, they beat 2 winning teams last year, the Patriots. At the most. During that 7-game win streak, they were kicking around the Jets and a whole bunch of the doormats and the Texans, and I mean, who cares? And that's when they were saying Mac was Tom Brady. And it's like, but then when they started losing, oh, hey, guys, you got to give him a break, man. He's just a rookie. Nah, you don't get it both ways, guys. You don't get it both. He ain't delusional to think that the Patriots are actually still an elite team. A lot of Patriot fans really believe their team is still an elite team in the league. I guarantee you they're going to be about the 4th or 5th worst team in the AFC. 4th or 5th worst in the AFC. I still think the Jets can finish ahead of them. That would be my Super Bowl right there for this season anyway. So, oh, good dump off pass. Yeah, it was perfect, Kayla. I got to admit to you, brother, it was. Yeah, Gunner, I got a couple of friends that are Dolphin fans as well, man. The Pats fans are unbelievably cocky. Right, the Pats fans are just cocky, man. They honestly believe, they really do. They really believe that their team is still elite. They really believe their team is still elite. They're funny to me because I'm a Yankee fan, and they tell me all I ever do is talk about rings. When you're losing, you just bring out your rings. I'm like, but they do the same thing with their football team. They do the same thing. They talk about their dynasty for 20 years and all the rings they won with Brady and company, and no one could beat them except the Giants. That really pisses them off. I'll just tell them, hey, you guys do to the Jets what you couldn't do to the Giants. And that's it. That's all I got. Otherwise, you're just kicking around the doormat. You're just kicking around the Jets. Who cares? Oh, good stick. Good stick, man. He looked like he had a hole there. Buffalo clogged that up right away. Clogged it up right away. Yo, is Spencer, man, that linebacker, this is his 3rd season. Is he on the bubble? Because I know he was a draft pick a couple of years ago at Spencer, man. He's supposed to be pretty good. I don't know if he's living up to the expectations or not. I don't know if he's been living up to his expectations or not, man, because they say he's going to get a lot of playing time in this preseason game to me, which means he's on a prove-it deal, or they're looking to trade him, or he hasn't lived up to expectations. Because that was one of the things I read pregame, that he's going to be playing a lot of time today, Spencer. Oh, look at that, right up the gut. Oh, man, there was nobody there for the first 15 yards of that run. Finn fans think they're going to be Super Bowl contenders this season, even though they haven't won a game against the Bills since 2018. Yeah, it's all, you know what? It's kind of funny, man, because the Dolphins are kind of in the same boat as the Jets. They got to see if Tua is the real deal or not. Now they got Tyreek Hill. If he can't play with Tyreek Hill, then it's a different story, man. It's all on Tua right now. If Tua can pull through for them, the Dolphins could be a very good team. But jury's still out on Tua. He's not bad. He's not bad. But he hasn't been consistently great either. Not consistently. So this is a make or break year for Tua as well, man. So he's kind of, we'll see what happens with them. But I'll always hate the Patriots more than the Dolphins. I'm not a Dolphin fan at all either. Do you know historically the Jets and Dolphins have had some seriously incredible games, man? The Jets and Dolphins have gone back and forth since Ken O'Brien and Dan Marino were doing it. And everything on through to that Monday Night Miracle. That's what I was looking for, the Monday Night Miracle. When the Jets were down 30-7 with a little above 12, a little less than 13 minutes left in that fourth quarter, down 30-7, and they came back and won. Monday Night Miracle. That was back with the Vinny Testaverde and Wayne Corbett. Wayne Corbett was murdering them that second half. See how far I got to reach back for Jet memories? Yes, I know, Gardini. We were going over that, brother. We were going over that, Gardini. And well, hey, Gardini, you're going to be very happy. Gardini, you're going to be happy. I'm doing the Yankees Red Sox right after this game. I promise you, I'm ending this stream, and then I'm going to do the Yankees Red Sox. I'm ending this and starting a new stream doing the Yankees Red Sox. So be ready. I am doing that game tonight. I promise you, Gardini, and everybody else. Yo, by the way, everybody, let me tell you something. I know we're watching the Bills here, but you got me on a little bit of a Jets kick, which you knew I was going to get on because we're in the basement anyway, and that's what we're going to talk about. This number here, this is how long Jets fans have been waiting. Namath is still praised up and down, and he should be. He should be, but he shouldn't be the last guy to have done anything. A lot of Jet fans do not like Ken O'Brien. Ken O'Brien, let me tell you something. Ken O'Brien, yes, he wasn't Dan Marino. A lot of other teams didn't draft Dan Marino either. Ken O'Brien, Joe Namath had like 27,000 and change yards for his career as a Jet. Ken O'Brien, in less time, in like 8 years, had 24,000 yards. He was also the first quarterback, not the only. Ken O'Brien was the first quarterback to throw for 4,000 yards and have 158 quarterback rating in the same season in 1985. He was also the number 1 overall rated quarterback. He was not a bum. It's not like the Jets got a bum. They just didn't win with him. And that's the whole thing that killed Ken O'Brien. But when you look up stats and numbers, he was very close. He's just under Joe Namath as a Jet. He's just under him. He just didn't win the big one. Had Dan Marino been on that Jet team with Wesley Walker and Al Toon and Freed McNeil and the sack exchange, they would have won a Super Bowl or two. There's no doubt. I'm just saying Ken O'Brien wasn't a slouch. It wasn't like we got some bum, like we Geno Smith or Sam Darnold or Mark Sanchez. Now we got one of those guys, man. And we got a solid quarterback, and it just, it was a head scratcher. And that's what it was. Like you guys had to wait a long time from Jim Kelly to get a real quarterback and Josh Allen. You guys had, all due respect to Doug Flutie, I did like Doug Flutie. I did. I thought Doug Flutie was very entertaining as a quarterback. He was solid. But just saying, oh my gosh, he fumbled. How did he fumble that? You guys are having some turnovers here, guys. Got an interception already and now a fumble. Eli better than any quarterback the Jets have ever had. Yeah, I'll give you that. Oh, by the way, Gardini, did you look up what I told you to look up? The Jets and Giants from the end of 2017 to the start of this season have an equal record, and they're the 2 worst teams in the NFL in the last 5 years. Right up to the start of this season from 2017 to now, they are the 2 worst teams in the NFL. I told you that yesterday. Now, if you want to sit here and tell me the Giants are better than the Jets overall historically, I mean, what can I say? Of course they are. The Giants, there's more expected out of the Giants than there is the Jets. But the Giants and the Jets are the 2 worst teams in the NFL for the last 5 years. From 2017 to the start of this 2022 season. They have an equal record too, an equal record. Pathetically, they own the 2 worst teams in the NFL past 5 years. So they both have to really step it up. Yeah, that was terrible. And by the way, Gardini, I also think that Eli should be in the Hall of Fame. A lot of people think that Eli Manning should not be in the Hall of Fame. Yes, he should be in the Hall of Fame. I'm a supporter of him going to the Hall of Fame. So comparing the Giants to the Jets really isn't what you want to do because the Jets are a doormat. That's just, I mean, it's not even close. The Giants had all the rings. They had Lawrence Taylor. They had a lot of great players. So that's not even like an entertaining conversation at all. The funny thing with me is when are the Giants going to go somewhere? The Giants need to go back to where they were. The Jets being one of the worst teams in the NFL is a surprise to nobody. The Giants, that's actually a surprise. They pushed Tom Coughlin out and have done nothing with the organization since then. Ben McAdoo, Pat Shurmur, these guys were clowns. They should have kept Coughlin as head coach. They should have kept him there. I don't know why they ever pushed Tom Coughlin out. That was really weird. They also don't want him to be the Hall of Famer because you're right. He has a 500 record. Let me tell you something. Eli Manning, you put Eli Manning in the playoffs 2 times, 2 Super Bowls that he won. They were the away team in both those Super Bowl winning seasons. The Giants were never home. They were the away team. They beat teams like the Cowboys on the road. They beat Brett Favre and the Packers on the road in a snowstorm. The second time around, they beat Aaron Rodgers and the 15-1 Packers in both times in Green Bay. Then they beat the team of the dynasty of dynasties and the New England Patriots and the undefeated Patriots. They beat all of them with Eli at quarterback. It's no different than Terrell Davis being in the Hall of Fame because he was a big part of John Elway winning that Super Bowl because the AFC had not won a Super Bowl between the years of 84 to 98. In between all that time was all NFC. It was all NFC. It was like some serious 17-year run. The NFC won. So when Terrell Davis, with his, yes, he was a great running back, but he only played for like 6 years. He had a great 2,000-yard season, but his whole career wasn't outstanding. His numbers, if you compare him to others, weren't outstanding. It's what he did is why he's in the Hall of Fame. His big role for the Broncos is why he's in the Hall of Fame. It's not necessarily numbers. Eli Manning's numbers don't look great compared to others, but it's what he did that he should be in the Hall of Fame. Joe Namath's numbers are not Hall of Fame numbers, but it's what he did. The significance of that Super Bowl III win, the AFL might have folded had they not won Super Bowl III. It's actually the most important Super Bowl for the AFL. They may have folded without that win from Joe Namath. And he guaranteed it, but his numbers aren't great, but he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Eli deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, period. He does. Yeah, don't Giants, Jets like Yankees, Mets. Giants, Jets, it's a waste of time. I'm a diehard Jets fan, dude. It's like when Patriot fans attack me about the Jets. All I ever tell them is you just beat up on the Jets because you couldn't beat the Giants. I mean, who cares? Beat up on the Jets doesn't bother me. It really doesn't because most of it's all true anyway. I'm just a diehard Jet fan for 4 decades, and I'm waiting for my team to finally be great. That's it. They were great 4 times in my lifetime. 82, 98, 09, 10. That's it. The rest of the time I've been watching dumpster fires, false promises, smoke and mirrors. Hey, wait till this year. It's going to be different. I end up watching the same movie over and over and over. So, yeah, the Jets-Giants is not even anything worth discussing, to be honest with you, man. It's just not. All I said was it's sad that they're the 2 worst teams in the NFL the last 5 years. That's got to change. That's just got to change for both organizations. That's really all I meant by that. Come on, Buffalo. This defense is falling apart a little bit here, even though it's still 3-0. That's true. I'll give you that. Coughlin changed a little bit after that Super Bowl, after 2012. But look at the clowns. I mean, if you're going to replace Coughlin, at least replace him with somebody respectable, not Ben McAdoo, who stopped Eli's streak for Geno Smith. It's not even like Geno Smith was the future of the team. He did it out of spite or whatever reason he did it for. He benched Eli, even though he gave Eli the opportunity to start the game to keep the streak going. He was going to let him start the game to keep the streak going. And Eli, the classy guy he is, he declined it. He said, I don't want to. That would just cheapen the record, man. Just start the game and then sit down just to keep the record going. That would cheapen it. And that's a classy move right there by Eli. So, and Tom Coughlin, replace him with somebody that's respectable. Ben McAdoo, Pat Shurmur after that. Oh my gosh. Brian Dable now, that looks like a guy that you finally found a guy that should be able to turn this team around. I love that they didn't give Daniel Jones an extension. He's on a prove-it deal. So that puts a lot of pressure on him by not picking up his fifth-year option. So that was some smart move by Dable. I think you guys finally got a good coach. Look what he did for Buffalo, man. He turned Buffalo – I know he's the coordinator, but he turned him around a lot. Josh Allen swears by it, man. He says the Giants got a great coordinator, man. They got a guy that knows how to run an offense. Oh, I didn't even – you know what, Gardini, I spared Judge. I didn't even bring Judge up, man. I spared you that. Judge just speaks for himself. He was the worst of those three. Can you imagine? McAdoo, Shurmur, then Judge, and Judge was worse than McAdoo and Shurmur. Judge was worse than both of them. That's why I didn't even bother bringing them up. I mean, how can I? We had Adam Gase and Rich Kotite, two of the biggest clowns in Jets history. Yeah, it is, right. This is actually a decent performance, Gunner. That's a good call, bro. That's a good call, Gunner. It's actually a decent performance. Yep, that's right. It's okay. That's what preseason's about. These are the players that should be playing. These are the players that should be playing. Guys that are trying to make the team, guys that are trying to solidify their role to be the backup, right? You want to push off the other guy that's fighting for third string or even fighting to be on the team. These guys want to solidify their roles in their backup role. Or if, especially when you're an offensive lineman, you need to show that you can play this position and you need to show you can play multiple positions on the line. Because if you can play multiple positions on that line, you are valuable. George Fenn on the Jets can play multiple positions, man, and he has been on the team for 3 years now because of that. You're very valuable as a lineman. The way linemen go down, you can play multiple, that's big time. So that's what these preseason games are for. You need those kind of guys in there to show what they can do and willingness to move from one position to another on the line. Yeah, I watched a bit of the Giants, Gadini. They did look pretty good, man. There was some good signs there. I agree with you. Right? The Giants always beat the Patriots no matter what. That's the – do you know Bill Belichick was only 1-5 against Tom Coughlin when he was a head coach. I think it was 2-5 when he was with Jacksonville. I'm just talking about Patriots, Giants. Belichick had a losing record against Tom Coughlin-led teams with those Giants teams. And even in that undefeated season, towards the end there by Christmas time, when the Patriots didn't even have to play any more players because they already had the bye week locked up, they still were going for that undefeated season, and they barely beat the Giants in that game. And that proved when they met in the Super Bowl, Tom Brady even said it, man, the Giants didn't blitz. Their front four was good enough with Human Yora and Justin Tuck and Michael Strahan. These guys were good enough to rush the quarterback. They didn't need the rest of them. They didn't need the rest of them. So when you took that blitz away, that's what dominated that Patriot undefeated year. That's what they dominated on. People blitzing and wide open, wide open. You could pick teams apart. He got picked up. Johnson got picked up there. Oh, of course, man. To Manningham, best throw in Super Bowl history. That was a great throw. The best catch is still David Tyree. That's just the best catch, mainly because the guy didn't even play that year. And he did it on a Hall of Fame safety in Rodney Harrison. That was like the greatest catch ever. Ever in Super Bowl. Well, there's a lot of great catches in Super Bowl history, but the fact that David Tyree, that was his only catch of the season, and he did it on a Hall of Famer like Rodney Harrison. But Patriot fans go off of, that was a lucky catch, man. You guys shouldn't have won. That wasn't the winning touchdown pass. And the Patriots got the ball after it anyway, so that's just dumb. It's like Red Sox fans that blame Bill Buckner for that World Series. You had a whole nother game to go. They didn't blame Bob Shirley for walking in the tying run, right? He walked in the tying run. Then Buckner gave up through his legs. And Shirley had the nerve to talk crap about him. He walked in the tying run. And then you had a whole nother game after that, but yet it's Buckner's fault. It's weird. It's weird. It's like anybody that blames Scott Norwood. It's like how many missed tackles were on that drive when the Giants went down and scored? Didn't they have like a 3rd and 17, hit Bobby Johnson on the outside, and the guy dipped and dodged a bunch of tackles. It was like 3rd and long. There was a couple of them on that drive. Wasn't all Norwood's fault. It shouldn't even come down to him. So it's just weird how these guys are famous for blowing games, and they were only just a piece of how games get blown. But that Bill Buckner one's the biggest. I mean, and then he was like almost ousted from Boston, period. I don't mean just the team, I mean the city. Because of that play, Bill Buckner was one of the greatest first basemen. He's always going to be remembered for that. And then he was classy enough to go around and sign sign frame pictures, him and Mookie Wilson, who hit the ball. But you had a whole other game after that. It's just crazy. There's other guys that got lit off the hook. The whole bullpen blew that game before it got to Buckner. Calvin Schiraldi, Bob Shirley, these guys blew that game. Buckner had an unfortunate that could happen to anybody at any time, man. It's just, another fumble. Wow. Are they saying that was a forward pass? I know you guys aren't concerned about the second stringers and all that, but Bills are getting a lot of turnovers here, man. That's not good. I can see that. Thankfully, there was a lot of great Super Bowls. When I was growing up, a lot of those Super Bowls were blowouts. The AFC couldn't keep up with the NFC for that 17-year stretch where the AFC never won. They just couldn't keep up with them. There was only a couple of games that were really good, like when the Bengals, Boomer Esiason, and the Bengals lost in '88 to Joe Montana and 49ers because they stopped putting the pressure on Montana, and they go into a prevent defense for the final drive. You gave Montana underneath the whole way down the field. He just picked them apart. You gave him time. Why would you give Joe Montana time when the whole game you were pressuring him? So anyway, that was a close Super Bowl back then. And he hit John Taylor for the game-winning touchdown. Not Jerry Rice. It was John Taylor he hit for the game-winning touchdown when the Bengals didn't have to do that. The very next year after that Super Bowl, Elway and the Broncos lose 55-10 to Montana and the 49ers. 55-10 because Elway was bringing in above average Bronco teams and going into buzzsaws that were NFC teams that were far and beyond better than teams like the Broncos. And they met Lawrence Taylor and the Giants. That was way better. Doug Williams and Gary Clark and the Hogs, man. Remember the Hogs line for Washington? They were another one. So the AFC teams couldn't compete, but now it's different. So now you can get a lot of good competition. The Super Bowls are a lot better outside of that Colts Seattle one where they got their doors blown off. So that was not a good one. But that's how they were when I was growing up. Everybody was getting blown out. Everybody. It's funny because the last Super Bowl the AFC won in that stretch was back in 83-84 Raiders. They blew out the Redskins. Marcus Allen had one of the most incredible runs in that Super Bowl. Jim Plunkett was the quarterback. He was a number one draft pick, and he bounced around from the Niners to the Patriots to the Raiders, and then wins Super Bowls there. It's incredible how he just was born out of nowhere. I've really just gone off on some whole other topic, man. See how this stuff when we're talking sports leads into different things? Crazy, right? Yep, the San Antonio Holmes catch was up there for being the best catch in Super Bowl history. Gunner, that's a good call. Dallas Clark was amazing too, Gadini. Yep. Eli's throw was the best, though. I already said I agree with you there. Eli's throw to Manningham was out of this world, man. Julio's sign, it was more impressive. Guys, the only reason I'm giving Tyree, arguably putting Tyree in there as the best catch because the receiver it was his only catch of the entire season. Santonio Holmes was already established regular every down, every play receiver pretty much. I know not every down, but you guys know what I mean. He was in every game. He was regularly playing. David Tyree did not regularly play that season. That's what made that catch so amazing. And the fact that he did it on a Hall of Famer like Rodney Harrison is very impressive. That's why I put David Tyree in there as arguably the greatest catch because of who he was. He was hardly played. That's my point on that. Santonio Holmes' catch out of the side of that end zone was out of this world. Absolutely. That was just crazy. That's right. We need Nick's back, y'all. We need Nick's back. Brother, hit the subscribe button, the bell notice, and the like button. Keep this basement rolling toward 1,000 subs, man. We got basement fighters mentality, man. Basement mentality. We emerge from the depths, brother. That's what my Jets are going to do. We're starting in the basement. We're going to emerge from the depths of the basement mentality. Fighters. That's right. Knicks, man. The Knicks are going to use that mentality. We are fighting out. There's the other dude right there, Charles Oakley, the star of that 90s team, man. Him, Anthony Mason. This guy's murdered people out. That's when you could play football on defense in basketball back then. You did not drive the lane without getting 10 elbows to your face and your gut. Yeah, the Jets got Santonio Holmes, and he was the complete opposite. I remember that. He didn't do very well with the Jets, and the Jets were decent then. It wasn't even like the Jets were a bad team then. I don't know why my whole screen went dark, but it did. It'll come back. You're in the basement, guys. You're in the basement. See, it just lit up again. I don't know what happened there. Thanks, brother. Thanks, Yalit. I hope I'm not chopping your name up, man. But Yalit, or I'll just call you Y. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it, man. Cellar Dwellers, let's go. That's right, Raleigh. My regular people in here are the Cellar Dwellers, man. That's the name you guys got. Hanging with me in the basement is my regular Cellar Dwellers, and I appreciate you guys make this channel, not me. Not me. You guys make me look forward to coming in here. I say it every time I'm on here because I mean it. You guys make this channel fun for me. That's why this is our channel. You guys make it. I just show up. I just show up, and we just kick it about any sport we're watching. And we kick it about everything else, wrestling. And speaking of wrestling, Saturday, September 3rd, Clash at the Castle, Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre for the Universal Belt. For all watch parties right here. You're going to see a whole bunch of people in here. It's going to be live. It's going to be incredible. It's going to be fun. It's going to be loud. It's Labor Day weekend. Saturday, September 3rd. Be right here. That's what you got to do. Cellar Dwellers, Raleigh. Calling it out, brother. Calling it out. That's right. So we today. Oh, they got him. They did get him. Oh, he fumbled. There you go. And he's gone. He's gone. Is that a fumble? Yeah, he fumbled it. He's gone. He is gone. Wow. Big hit on the quarterback. Fumble Ruski, man. And they ran it all. I mean, how great is that? He picked that up on the sprint. That ball bounced in his hands on the sprint. Nick Foles. That's another guy that's been around the league. Look at him. Boom. Yeah, he wasn't throwing that ball. How often can a guy recover a fumble while on the run? The minute he picked that up, he was already halfway to a full sprint. He was out of here. Wow. That, I'm telling you, man. I thought plays like that only happened against the Jets. Holy crap. That was a great blitz, man. Great blitz, great hit from the side. I'm surprised Foles didn't see him, the experience he has. Wow. Hey, Gunner. Hey, wait, hold on. I'm from Buffalo. I'm from Buffalo, so I'm a Bills fan, but I bet someone at my job $50 that Zach Wilson's going to be the second best quarterback in our division this year. Nobody put respect on the Jets' name. That's right, y'all. And you know what? Let me tell you something. The reason why I'm in Jet uniform, because Jet gear, because you're new in the room, right? So all of us Bills fans and Jet fans have been the laughing stock. We've always battled for the AFC least. We've always battled for the basement. We've always been punished and pushed around by the Patriots. Always been pushed around by the Patriots since Tom Brady was there. So we all connected. Half my subscribers are Bills fans. Why? Because we connected on the night that the Bills blew out the Patriots. I wish that game was still going on now. I wish it was so exciting. I lived through it through you guys. As a Jets fan, I lived through you guys finally fine. It's like we were the two bullied kids, and one of us finally just punched the bully in the mouth, man. That's exactly what the Bills did to the Patriots, man. They rubbed them in it. They stuffed their face in it. They curb stomped. They did everything to them. And as a Jet fan, I loved every minute. And what did the Patriot fans do when I was doing that video? They made fun of the Jets. I'm like, you can make fun of the Jets. Y'all just got your asses kicked up, down, and all around. So that was the greatest thing I ever watched. I don't care because the Jets are now going to be starting to be better than the Patriots as well. So that's a good bet, y'all. That was a good bet. So that's why I am a diehard Jets fan. The Bills are the only other team, and it's really their fans that I respect. I respect the Bills Mafia fans because you guys, to be fans of teams like ours for as long as we have, is real loyalty toward your teams. A lot of people jump ship after a while. We don't do that. We don't do that. We've been watching these teams. I've been a Jet fan since 1978. I've had 4 good seasons. 4. 82, 98, 09, 10. The rest of them has been false promises, smoke and mirrors, lies. Hey, it's going to be better this year. It's going to be different. Be patient. All of it, man. I keep watching the same movie. Same movie. I'm expecting something different. Same movie. Zach Wilson looked horrible yesterday, and I agree with that. That pass he threw was like mind-blowing, man. The linebacker was right there. Before he got injured, that linebacker was right there. Did he confuse the color of the helmets because we both wore green? I did not understand that pass. It was awful. It was awful. And I'm like, man, I don't know what he was looking at. What could he have been looking at to throw a pass that it wasn't even deflected? It's like you kind of hope you can see someone deflected the pass and try to defend the kid. There's no defending him. It was terrible. It was terrible. You're right, Daniel. The Jets will not be in the basement this season. They won't be. The Patriots will be in the basement. The Patriots can take the basement. That'll be the most glorious day. Even if the Jets win 7, I predict the Jets win 7 to 9 games, be competitive, not make the playoffs, but finish ahead of the Patriots. I'll take that for this first step back. I'll take that. I'll take that as a first step. They want to do more than that, great. As long as you finish ahead of the Patriots, that would be just amazing. It would be absolutely incredible. I live for the downfall the Pats are going through. It makes everybody's day, Caleb. Caleb, it makes everybody's day. It does. It just does. I mean, after watching the Jets debacle and be terrible, I watched that Bills Patriots game, man. It was like the greatest thing. It was like my team was beating up on it. It's like the greatest thing ever. So yeah, that's right. And no matter what kind of day you're having, go back and watch a repeat of that Bills Patriots game, and your whole day gets brighter. The Tua is trash and macaroni, mac and cheese. Yes. Mac Jones is overrated. The guy is a game manager at best, but that's all going to come out this year without Josh McDaniels, man. Without Josh McDaniels, Mac Jones' inefficiencies are going to shine this year because they don't have a team. They had a horrible draft. Their roster is trash. Mac Jones is going to be a game manager. That's it. But no Josh McDaniels. You're having Joe Judge and Matt Patricia calling plays. That's the word. That's the word. You know, they're always secretive over there. But no matter what, the Patriots are going to be at least the bottom of the AFC, at least the 4th or 5th worst team in the AFC. You watch. It's going to happen. Your name's Kenny. All right, good, Kenny. So y'all could just call me that. My name is. I'll call you, Kenny. Was I chopping it up? That was y'all did right, or I was just completely chopping it up? And I'm sorry if I did, brother. We'll just call you Kenny, man. That's all good. Kenny, I live stream all the time doing Yankees Red Sox right after this, by the way. Yankees Red Sox I'm doing right after this. So I'll probably end this stream a little bit early in the second half at some point so I can get ready to put the Yankees Red Sox on. So, but I'm still with you for a long time. It's only 5 minutes left in the second quarter, and I'll be with you the rest of the night. I'm going to need like a 30-minute break in between before I switch over. So we're going to watch a good part of this game together. And we hope to see you around, Kenny. We hope to see you around. All the other guys here are regulars. They're just regular cellar dwellers, man. That's right. The Jets are still the worst team in the division. Tell me how any of them. Boy, Godini, you really hate the Jets. I don't know why. There's nothing. I mean, why hate the Jets as much? You really seem to really hate them. You shouldn't care. Couldn't care less if the Pats were. You shouldn't. Gardini, the Patriots have nothing to do with the Giants except for Super Bowls when you guys beat them. I would think as a Giants fan, you would hate the Eagles and the Cowboys more than anybody else. You would hate the Eagles and the Cowboys, but you seem to really hate the Jets too. But I don't understand that. The Jets and Giants really have nothing to do with each other at all. So I don't know why you hate them so much. Tom Brady was a game manager till 07, and people acting like Mac Jones isn't exactly what Brady was until they got Moss. They were switching between Judge and I can't keep up with all these. There's a lot of big ones in here. Switching between Judge and Matt Patricia mid-game calling plays. It's no wonder Mac. You ever notice all of Belichick's guys that leave to coach other teams end up having to come back with their tail between their legs because they couldn't coach another team? I think Mike Vrabel is like the only one that really has made a very solid team with the Titans for a little while. You could say he's been – Bill O'Brien had a brief time that the Texans looked good, but mostly these guys don't coach well other teams. They just don't. Now they're going to come back, but they're always allowed to come back. I just don't see that offense is going to be a mess for the Patriots. It's going to be a mess. Well, Gardini, if you're looking at the overall roster construction of the Jets, I mean, they were rated the best draft. They were rated as having the best draft over any other team. Their roster is actually solid. I don't know what you're looking at. The roster's solid. If you want to just keep blaming Zach Wilson, well, okay, Zach, I mean, the jury's still out on him. I don't know what we have in him, but he's looked terrible up to this point. So if that's what you're talking about, I'll give you that. But the Jets team itself has definitely stepped up. Western New York. Kenny, you're in the right room because there's a lot of Bills fans. I think everybody in here besides Gardini and myself are Bills fans. Yeah, but look at what Dave. Well, we'll see because Dable should be good for you guys, though. I would think. I mean, the Jets were doing that for a while. They were taking head coaches that had no experience and making them head coaches, and but some of them panned out, some of them didn't. Adam Gase was a disaster. They hired Adam. Adam Gase was barely fired in Miami. The Jets hired him like he was Bill Walsh reincarnated. It was really weird. I mean, they hired him so fast. They said, well, he's a quarterback whisperer. He's innovator of today's game. Look what he did with Peyton Manning. What did he do with Peyton? I could have been the offensive coordinator for Peyton Manning. That time, he was already established. He didn't develop him. He was already established. So he didn't develop Peyton Manning. And if you look at Adam Gase's offenses from the Bears moving forward, every offense got worse and worse and worse. With the Jets, we finished dead last in offense both years. The guy sat on the bench when the defense was on the field. Adam Gase sat on the bench looking at his iPad and looking at his offensive notes just to come out and run plays that were like 1st and 10, 2nd and 20, 3rd and 30, punt, or an interception. Well, hopefully Dable will be better. I mean, we'll see. We'll see, Gardini. Dable should be better. That's right, Kenny. No, Kenny, I don't think there's any Patriot fans in here, but yeah, they all think Mac Jones is going to be Tom Brady. It's really funny. The Patriots are a house of cards last year. I think they only beat one team with a winning record. Someone told me it was two. I can't think of the second one. The only one I found was like the Browns had a winning record at the time the Patriots beat them, but they really only beat the Titans that I know of. But even so, let's just give them two. They beat nobody last year. That 7-game winning streak was mainly against the Jets and the Texans and other doormats. So, listen, we don't worry about the Patriots. That's going to be fun watching the Patriots falter all year long. That's going to be real fun to watch. Now, we didn't have Becton last year either, man. We picked up Dwayne Brown. He's a 5-time Pro Bowler from the Seattle Seahawks, man. I think we'll be all right. We've got Laken Tomlinson, another Pro Bowler from the Chiefs. George Fant, another great lineman. The Jets have linemen. Picking up Dwayne Brown was monstrous, getting a 5-time Pro Bowler from the Seahawks, man. So I think we'll be all right there. Yeah, Rick. Rick is my. What's up, Rick? Welcome to the. Hey, Rick, I'm doing the Yankees today. You're gonna hang all the way through with the Yankees. I told them I'm gonna end this stream about a half hour before the Yankees come on. Half hour to 45 minutes. I need a breather in between, and then we're doing Yankees Red Sox tonight. So I know you'll be there too. Rick is my other Jet fan in the room, and we were big time Bills bandwagoners in the playoffs, man. Built big time Bills bandwagon. We were. The Jets aren't in it. I'll go for the Bills. I really have no problem doing that. I really like to see them because I relate to the fans. The fans, you are a diehard Bills fan. You are like a Jets fan. You have been through it. You know it. And that's what we do. We stick by our teams. That's real loyalty, man, to be on these doormat organizations and dumpster fires and the whole thing, man. And we're still here. We have one Super Bowl win. One, and I wasn't even alive for it. I was born a few years after that. Like I said, I came around in 78 with the Jets, 78, when I started watching them. So I've seen a lot of great, I've seen 4 great years, a lot of playoff years. We went to the playoffs a lot, but 4 AFC championship games is the furthest I've seen. So there's a few years in between that were decent. The Jets are funny because they're like either really bad or they're really good. But they're like never in between. They're either like 4 wins or they'll get 10 wins. 4 wins, 10 wins. That's what I grew up with. Yeah, but you know what was funny, Kenny? When the Patriots beat you guys in those bad weather conditions, it was real. That was a real telling sign there about how much faith the coaches had in Mac Jones, because they only had him pass 3 times, and they thought, oh, it was so brilliant. No, it was telling they didn't want him to pass. What, it was any different for Josh Allen? I mean, well, they didn't want him throwing in those conditions. He doesn't play in Miami. He plays in New England. You're going to have those conditions there too. You're going to have winter conditions up there. They didn't want him to be relied on. So once that got picked up on, and this is where the Tom Brady comparison ends, because I asked all those Patriot fans, name me a time Tom Brady was in first place with the Patriots, lost first place because he went 1-4 down the stretch, only beating the Jaguars, lost to the other teams that were all winning record teams, then got to the first round and got his doors blown off. And their only answers is, well, he's a rookie. No, you can't say that, because up until then, he was Tom Brady. So everybody called him. It's Tom Brady. It's Tom Brady. No, he's not. And he proved that, because Tom Brady, first of all, Tom Brady was like never, he always had bye weeks. So that comparison is really dumb, but they're delusional because they keep thinking they're an elite team. They're not. We could beat this to death, or we're beating this point to death because it's just fun to talk about. It's just fun knowing the Patriots are going to suck. It's going to be great. That's going to make the season really fun. I'm trying to catch up on a lot of this stuff in this chat here. Trying to catch up on some of this. Oh, the coverage from Elam. Caleb, that must have been when Matt got picked off in the end zone. That's what you're talking about. I'm like skimming through this. Terrible weather. Not saying they better than. Oh, okay. I see. Okay, I'm caught up. You guys are going at it. And yep, well, I'll give you that, Godini, in the beginning. Yes, a lot of those Super Bowls were won because of Vinatieri. That's right. They were. And the Patriots defense. In the beginning, the Patriots defense stopping. When the Patriots beat Kurt Warner and the Rams, that was because of their defense, right? And Adam Vinatieri. Definitely. Definitely. Well, what makes Tom Brady impressive is he goes to really prove that point home. When he left the Patriots, what pisses a lot of Patriot fans hate him now. He left the Patriots during a COVID year. He went to a brand new team that had no OTRs, they had no practices, no preseason games, no time to meet up with any of your new receivers and new playbook and new everything, and you win the Super Bowl anyway. That is what makes him above everybody. He did that with nobody. No everybody didn't have practice. Everybody didn't have a chance to keep up. But he went to a brand new team, brand new organization, brand new coach, brand new plays, brand new players. Couldn't play with any of them from week one on, and he still won. I'm not a big Brady fan, but I can't sit here and deny the guy won 7 Super Bowls and he's been to 10. He's been to 10 Super Bowls. He won 7 of them. But I do love that he couldn't beat the Giants. That was great when they couldn't beat the Giants and they couldn't beat Nick Foles. That's the one that really stings them too, man. The losing to Nick Foles and the Eagles and losing to the Giants. That kills Patriot fans that they lost to a New York team. They'll say, well, they're not really New York, they're New Jersey. It was, no, they're within 7 miles of New York, and the NFL has a 75-mile radius that you can associate yourself with a certain city in that radius. Just like Dallas Cowboys are really Irving. They're the Irving Cowboys. They play in Irving, Texas. Washington plays in Maryland. They don't even play in Washington either. It's still called Washington. So there are teams like this. They're only 7 miles outside of New York. That's it. That's it. And I don't really care if they're called the Jersey Jets, Jersey Giants, or whatever. I care about winning. I want wins. Yep, and the Atlanta game and Brady going and doing what he did with the Buccaneers with no time and chance to meet the new players, the new team, and all that. That's what makes it impressive. That comeback against the Falcons blew that game too. There was a lot of bad coaching on the Falcons side too that let a lot of those things happen. I mean, how you passing the ball and not running the clock out for starters is beyond me. That great catch Julio Jones made down the sideline, they should have scored something on that, and that would have ended it. But they didn't. It was horrendous play calling. It was just really a real head-scratching game. But you give guys like that a way to go, they're going to go. Yeah, a lot of it is on defense. There's no doubt, Kadeen. A lot's on defense. Pat's always had a solid defense ever since I started watching football. Kenny, you're right. They always have had a solid defense. Defenses, think about Bill Belichick. They won 2 Super Bowls with the Giants on what defenses? They had Lawrence Taylor and Gary Reasons and Carl Banks, Harry Parsons, George Martin. They had monsters on that 86 Giants defense, and they were built around Bill Belichick being a defensive coordinator. And in 1990, the same thing. The Jets, when they went from 1-15 to 12-4, and in a couple of years, the Jets had the top defense in the game in 98. Why? Bill Belichick was the defensive coordinator. The guy is the greatest defensive mind in the game. Greatest defensive mind in the game. So that's why they've always had a solid defense, the Patriots. That's just the way it was. You know, that's what you got. Fernando Tatis got suspended 80 games, Gunner. I see a question. Yes, 80 games for performance-enhancing drugs. He said he didn't know he took that. He was taking some medication and happened to be in there. I don't know. Listen, 80 games. So them picking up Juan Soto and Josh Bell was huge for the Padres. Them picking them both up was huge. It's 7-3 Buffalo. We're almost at the second half here. If anybody... Bill, it's packed there, man. It is packed. So I know the tailgate was real today. I know it was real. Yeah, that's right. Good point, Kenny. Good point. It's a good point. They do. The AFC East is always loses to the NFC East in the Super Bowl. They pretty much always do. It's a good point, man. Yep. Right. The Bills lost to 3 of them. Right. The Cowboys twice. So yeah, that's definitely a good fact there. And they lost to the Redskins. Yep. Redskins at the time. Yep. Giants. Pats lost to the Eagles and the Giants. That's right. You're right, man. Good call on that, brother. Good call. Good call, man. And the Broncos lost. John Elway and them lost 2 out of 3 of them too. They lost to the Giants, Washington, and then they lost to the 49ers. And they didn't just lose. They got their doors blown off. I mean, absolute 55-10. Talk about a mismatched Super Bowl. Holy crap. Yep. So John Elway had like Ricky Natil and Vance Johnson for his wide receivers, and Sammy Winder was his running back, and Steve Sewell was the fullback. Remember these guys? I mean, Steve Atwater was the same. These guys got their doors blown off. Wow. Good block, man. Wow. He blasted him. Yeah, that's a good point, man. AFC, man. They usually lost to the NFC in those playoffs, man. It's pretty disgusting. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. We're just about at halftime here. Wow, the Colts are up 10-7 now. It's been a pretty tight game. A lot of the backups look pretty good. Pat's always had a solid defense. Yep, I read that one. Atlanta's the only reason. Oh, yeah, Atlanta blew that game as much as the Patriots won it. Like, they really blew. That was just – when you watch highlights of that second half, actually half – oh, good return again. Oh, there's a flag. That's coming back. That is coming back. Another good return by the Bills special teams, though, man. You guys got to be a little excited about that. It's another good return. It's crazy, man. Let's see what happened. I think it was a block in the back. Holding. All right, that was close. It's whatever. You know, on those flags on the kick return, it's going to be one or the other. You already know it. Kenny, that's a term from way back, man, because being a Jet fan, these terms start coming out of nowhere, man. Me and my friends saying that for years, we got our doors blown off. You ever see a car when it explodes and the doors get blown off? That's what it is, man. And that's what happened to the Patriots there, 47-17. But it's a Bills preseason game. We're just sitting in here trashing the Patriots. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. The Bills are just look like they're just going to run this clock out before the half. I thought maybe with 3 timeouts, they would try to like move this ball a little bit more. You would think. You'd think they would. Oh, he set him up to get killed. What are you doing? Johnson got smoked. Why he passed that ball to him just to get killed, man? Come on. Boom. Oh, that was bad. That was bad. Not good. Not good on that one. 3rd and 7. They got to get the first down at least, man. Super Bowl predictions. I'm going to say Buffalo. Hold on. He got sacked. Are the Colts calling timeout? Are they going to really try to work a timeout and get more points? I mean, why not? It's preseason. I'm going to go NFC. I'm going with Buffalo from the AFC for sure for the Super Bowl. I guess it's too easy to say the Bucs. I don't think the Bucs are going to make it, though. I think the Rams aren't going to make it either. I think the Rams are going to fall off. Wow, that would be the ultimate redemption, man. The Bills versus the Bucs, and the Bills beat the Bucs in the playoffs. That would be the ultimate redemption. They finally got it. Finally got over on them. Finally got over on them. I mean, the Bucs, they got to be in the conversation. They got to be in the conversation for that. They have to. They have to. No doubt about it, man. So here we go. Oh, all right. You got it all. Let's see what happens. I'm always curious. I like to see right before the half if they score what they do. All right, let it roll into the end zone. All right. touch back. Let's see if the Colts they called a timeout, so they're probably going to try to work this last 54 seconds here. Yep. It looks like that's what we're going to have happen. Wow, it's already 5:30. Boy, oh boy. Yeah, we can do that. Bills, Bucks. We can do that, man. So, but like I said, I'm a Yankee fan, man. The Yankees, we need to win the World Series this year. We need to. There's no excuses. None. Buffalo Bills, I'm saying you guys got no excuses. You added Von Miller. You guys are stacked now. The offensive line's good. Your receivers, Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs. You guys got Singletary's a good running back. There's no reason. There's no reason. You guys experience the playoffs now. There's no reason for you guys not to win the Super Bowl. Really, there's none. There's none. You guys have no excuses this year. Just like my Yankees have no excuses, man. You got to do it. They're dominating most of the year. They look like crap lately, but there's no excuses for this. They have to win. They have to win the Super Bowl this year, Buffalo. Just absolutely have to. If they did it, Kenny, if they did it over the Bucks, that would be incredible. Kenny, are you a Yankee fan? Reason I'm asking, man, is because I'm not staying for this whole stream. I'm coming back on for the Yankees, and I need a break in between. I can't do 6 straight hours, man. I got a couple things to do before the Yankee game starts. Oh, it's almost picked off right there. Bucks, Rams, Packers, and Saints. Cardinals is only good for the first 9 games. The rate that disappears. Well, all the money they're paying Kyler Murray, they better not disappear. All the money they're paying him, they better not disappear, man. They better not. But I hear you. The Packers have almost become just like a playoff casualty, man. They make the playoffs and they don't go anywhere. Aaron Rodgers is one that always escapes the doesn't do anything in the playoffs thing. He won 1 Super Bowl. I know that's great, man, but to be amongst the elite players, he's considered the second greatest quarterback behind Tom Brady of this era. I'm like, I would take Peyton Manning over Aaron Rodgers. I would take Peyton Manning in his prime over Aaron Rodgers. I wouldn't even really think much about it. I like Aaron Rodgers, but I would take Peyton Manning over him. So I don't understand how they say Aaron Rodgers is really, behind Tom Brady. He's the next guy in line from this era. And I'm like, I don't see that. I see Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning's been to 4 Super Bowls. He won 2 of them. I don't see how Aaron Rodgers can be considered better than Peyton Manning. I just don't. I don't see it. I don't see it. So that's a weird one to me, and I hear that a lot. And I'm like, well, Aaron Rodgers loses a lot in the playoffs. He doesn't get the criticism of losing in the playoffs as much as other people do. Seriously, he doesn't. He's a Hall of Famer. He's an outstanding quarterback. I'd take him on my team in 2 seconds without thinking. I'm telling you, wouldn't even think twice about it. But would you take him over Peyton Manning? Would you? I think we have to do a poll on that. That's interesting. Wow. Kenny, my next live is going to be soon, man, because I'm doing the Yankee game tonight. And when we do Yankee games, we still talk about everything, Kenny. I know you're new in the room. We talk about everything in the basement, brother. Subscribe, bell notice, like button. Other people, bring them, man. We could be watching the Yankees and we end up talking about everything. Everything. Good. Well, come to the room tonight. You can get caught up, Kenny. Come to the room tonight with us. Come to the basement, brother. Basement mentality. That's what it means, man. We're fighting from the bottom, man. On the bottom, on the way up, brother. That's what we do. So it's all good here, man. It's all good. We welcome you in. Thank you for subscribing. I'll catch you up with the Yankees now. They're in first place, somehow still 10.5 games up. They've had a rough patch right now. Aaron Judge is absolutely killing it and running away with the American League MVP. He's got 46 home runs and 113 RBIs. He is on pace to break Roger Maris's record of 61 from the Yankees, which I'm curious to see if they're going to start slowing him down and let him beat that record. But he's on record to do it. But that's where we're going to be. 100% going to be doing that. So, guys, I think what we're going to do here. Yep. Guys, I'm going to end the stream at halftime. I got a few things I have to do. I'll be back on at 7 o'clock for the Yankee game. I'm going to see this Buffalo drive here. I'm going to have to end the stream on this. And we'll start up again at 7 p.m. for the Yankees Red Sox tonight. But we're going to finish this half out anyway. We got 6 seconds left in the half. 6 whole seconds. Yeah, Kenny, it's a good point. It's a good point. Raleigh, I'm going to be back. I'm going to be back at 7 o'clock. I got an hour and a half. Like I said, I got a couple things that have to be done before I go on there. So, but this was a lot of fun doing these Bills games. When I do real Bills season games during the year, all the night games you guys are on, we're going to be doing the whole game. So don't worry about it, man. Just back-to-back Yankees. Yankees, it's got to happen tonight. It's a big game again. After blowing that game last night. I was getting all types of updates, man, while we were doing this. And Clay Holmes blew the game. It's incredible. Thanks, Kenny. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate everybody in. There's a flag, though, false start. I just want to see if Buffalo scores. I'm not turning this off till half. Not turning it off till the half. But, yeah, it's I'm here every night, brother. Every night we stream. Streaming these games, man. Keeping this moving. Keeping it moving. Here we go. 3rd and 12. Is he going to put it up? Is he just put it up to the end zone? Let's see it. Come on. Oh, come on. They false start again? Did they false start again? Come on. Oh, wait a minute. It was on the defense? It was encroachment on the defense. Come on. I just want to see him put it up to the end zone, man. I just want to see a bomb. Hail Mary it. Let's go. Hail Mary this thing. Come on, here we go. 6 seconds, almost at the half. Just freaking boom. Just run back and just freaking do it. Come on. Do it. Oh, then he got sacked. Oh, come on. Another flag. This half won't end. The half won't end. Oh, wait. Did they end it on the flag? Oh, it's hold on the Bills. The half is over. I thought we were going to keep this half going. They didn't give him time to throw the ball. Oh, man. Yo, guys, I will be back on here. The Yankee game starts at 7:15. Look for me back on here at 7:05. So literally in an hour and a half, I will be back on here streaming in Yankee gear, ready to go to watch the Yankees win this game tonight, fellas. Yankees will win this game tonight. I will see you all in an hour and a half. Thank you to all the Bills Mafia that subscribe to this channel. I really do appreciate you guys. You guys make this channel happen, not me. You guys make it happen. Without you, I'd be on here talking to myself. So it's enjoyable every time. You make me look forward to coming on this channel. So again, if you were new, subscribe, bell notice, hit the like button. Keep this basement rolling to 1,000 subs, man. And we're going to go on and beyond that. Whew, I'm talking too much. I'll see you all in an hour and a half. Johnny Basement, I am out.